PS30 Brilliant Blue. Step 1. Okay, so I got a simple light coat of blue thrown down. You don't want to go too heavy on the coats. And then I sprayed a little bit of red, just kind of threw it on there. You just want to do this randomly. And then I'm going to add a layer of salt. I've got regular table salt, and then I've got the coarse, grindy type of salt you throw on there for different effects. And you want to use a squirt bottle of water, or you can use Windex, whatever, it does not matter. Give it a light spray so it's got water drops, not soaked. Then you can sprinkle your salts on. You'll have to pick this up and do the sides and such separately. But if you get enough salt on it, it'll stick. Kind of start to clump up on there. Put a little bit more right in the middle of the big old. You can use liquid mask to do this. You can use pepper, sand, anything. Salt's better because it dissolves as it washes off. Okay, so we're gonna let the Windex evaporate on there and everything's gonna dry in place. Okay, back here next day. The salt's all dried on, the paint's all dried on it, looking out pretty good. This is just the kind of initial first layer that we've done to this. I sprayed it with red, a little bit of black, and then we put this light sand over top, let everything dry up for the afternoon. I just got back down here this evening, and I'm just gonna kind of knock some of the salt off in places. Just use my finger. Places like this, you can just kind of go through. You don't want to take all of it off, but you can go through and kind of start to open it up like this and get all those little bit pores going, kind of showing out a different color now, the stuff underneath. And it's on there pretty good, so. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of go and take off the heavy layer, we'll call it, right? Take down the heavy layer, leave a layer on there, don't take it all off. Start exposing stuff like this so you can start doing your next color, so when you wash it all off, you start to get the different layers and it gives it a really good patinaed, old, forgotten kind of look, right? So what we're trying to fake here is age. Don't want to use something too abrasive, just your finger should do. Yeah, you're just going to want to do that kind of through and through, all the way around, and then you'll throw your next kind of couple layers of paint at it. We'll do 2 more layers of paint, different color. I'm going to go and hit it with this green and then yellow, or probably yellow and then green. And then once I'm done, I'm going to top it off in field gray. And then I'm going to haze a little bit of matte black over it. And then I'm going to sand it down through all the layers to try to give it really weathered look. So yeah, we're going to go throw a couple more layers of paint on this. I need to add a little bit of salt in the inner fenders. I forgot to do these. So that's something you should make sure you you get a good look at it and you understand where you want everything to be. So it's not a problem. I can get it on there now and still recover it. But okay, so I'm going to go get the next couple layers on it, and we'll get it back when it's pretty much ready for washing the salt. And then once we wash all that salt and dissolve it all under water, you'll really see all the layers that we've added into there. Pretty cool effect. So okay, that's what we're looking like so far. We put Started with blue, red, a little bit of black, just kind of hazed it in there. Sand, and now we went with the pearl green on top. And now I'm going to add another layer of salt on top of it. Now you can do this with only a couple layers. I'm going for that multiple layered weathered effect, a whole bunch of different colors in there. So do the same process last time. Squirt it down. Add a little bit more salt. I'll use coarse grain this time and pile it on in a few places pretty heavy, so. Oof. Oof, ammonia. And then of course just pour off the excess on top. We piled it on there pretty good. Just pour it off. It's looking good. So now that we did the 5 layers that we're going to strip down in between, I'm going to go put on 3 more layers. And then yeah, we're ready to start sanding and final detailing all these pieces and getting that real weathered look. And then I'll add in the rust and the paint details after the fact. So, gotta clean up all the salt and go throw some paint on this. Be right back. Okay, I screwed up. Made a mistake on filming. Lost a little bit of footage there. Sorry about that. So after the last step, I went in and I added racing blue, and then we covered it with matte black. That was after our next layer of salt. So we did the green up to the green, then we did salt, then I did racing blue, and then I did black. I just took it upstairs and started dissolving it in a bucket of hot water. Just soaked it in there for a while and kind of rubbed it off. I just wanted to bring it down, kind of show how it's starting to come off. We're starting to get the different layers and stuff. Now the salt is just a medium to kind of hold, kind of as a mask to get between the different layers. I will be going over and sanding it after to kind of get exactly what I'm looking for. Remove everything off of it. And then just keep sanding out the layers and get all the colors and all the looks I want to get through and through on the truck. So I need to do a bunch more sanding or soaking to remove the rest of the salt. And then we'll go through and we'll sand it all out and we'll start to get the look that we're going for. I do want to expose some of the reds and other colors underneath, the reds and teals and stuff. So there's quite a few layers on here. So we got a bunch of digging to do. So far we're only getting down to the red layer. And the red layer was only a few ago, so we got to get a fair amount of sanding and cleaning left to do on it. But yeah, so I'll be back after we're done soaking that for the night tomorrow, and we'll start sanding it. Okay, well that's ready for wet sanding. Now at this point, we're gonna go upstairs and then start wet sanding that, and start to make it look good. Right now, I'm not happy with the way it looks. It looks like some kind of like psychedelic galaxy paint job. I really wasn't aiming for this, but this is what happens when you just freestyle, start grabbing cans of paint and throwing things on there. So I'm gonna go fix this mistake. Stay tuned.